All right, folks, welcome into the vocabulary assessment video. And we're going to learn in this video how to give the word meaning test. So go with me in your assessment packet to page 19 where you can find the directions for giving the test. One thing, however, you want to do before you actually dive in and start giving this assessment is you want to be familiar with the acceptable responses they give you on pages 21 and 22 in the assessment. So make sure you spent some time looking over these and have it kind of by your side as you're giving the assessment. Now note, they're not looking for Webster's quality definitions for these. They're looking for really simple, straightforward definitions, and they'll show you on the sheet what those are. And you can even accept sometimes when a student will use the word in a sentence as long as with what else they say, they make it clear that they understand it. And we'll see some examples as we go through. So if you scroll back to page 19, you'll see the directions on how to give the word meaning test. And so what you'll do is you'll start back where we gave the alphabetics assessment. And remember, in this case, I actually moved back one there because I was a little concerned about the results from that first assessment. So I'm going to start this one again on level 5. So as we go through, we would say to the learner, I'm going to say a word and ask you to tell me what it means. And then you'll start with the first list in that level and just work your way down saying, tell me whatever the word means. A couple things to look out for. If a learner misunderstands the word you say, like for example, they misunderstand the word connect as correct and they start giving you the definition for correct, you can stop them and say, I'll say the word again, and you'll say connect, and then they can give you the proper definition. As always, if a learner doesn't seem 100% clear, gives you a very short or an unclear definition, you can always say, tell me more, to get them to tell you more. What we're looking for is 80% mastery, or 4 out of 5, and we'll keep going to the highest level in which we get that 4 out of 5 correct, or we run out of word list. So Barbara is back with us to help out. So Barbara, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, well I'm going to read these various words and I'm just going to ask you to tell me what they mean. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the PowerPoint so our viewing audience can see the words. And I will, as before, put a little check there if they're right, and I'll put an X if they're not. Again, you wouldn't say that to the student, but we're going to go through and show you this. So Barbara, here we go. Please tell me what energetic means.
Really active, like my son. He's really energetic. He's always running around doing something.
All right, thank you. Victorious.
You won.
Could you tell me more, please?
You won something. Like your team won the Super Bowl, so you're really happy, especially if you bet on it.
Okay. All right, thank you. Territory.
It's like where someone lives. It's their property where they have their home place.
All right, thank you. Urge.
It's like you really want to do something, but you really need to do something. You're being pushed to do something.
All right, thank you. Oppose. Oppose.
You're against something. Like when two teams go at it in a football game, or two people are fighting or something.
All right, thank you. So Barbara has given acceptable definitions for all 5 of those words, and we're looking for 4 out of 5. And we'll go up a level if that's the case, which we will since she had 5 out of 5. So we're going to move up now to level 6. So Barbara, once again, you did a great job. I'm going to ask you to tell me what these various words means and just give me a good definition of those, please. Okay, our first word is surrender.
Give up. Like a soldier says he won't fight anymore, so he surrenders.
All right, thank you. Occupation.
It's your job, what you do, like you work at a factory or something.
All right, thank you. Decline.
Like you get turned down. Like last month I went to the bank and they declined me for a loan. Said my credit was bad or something like that.
All right, thank you. Consume.
It's like you eat it all up and it's gone, like when you eat a pizza.
All right. Dismal.
Dismal. I have no idea. Is that really a word? I've never heard of it.
Dismal.
Never heard of it.
Okay, okay.
No.
All right, so going through here, there are several definitions of decline, and Barbara mentioned the definition, like when you go to the bank and they decline them for a loan, and she described what that process was. There's other kinds of decline, like decline of the Roman Empire and other things, but she did give an acceptable definition, so we counted that as correct. Dismal, she didn't know. And so on this particular word list, 4 out of 5, we've got that 80%. So what do? We're going to go on to that highest list in which she gets 4 out of 5 correct. So we're going to move up now to level 7, and we've got a couple of new words here. So Barbara, we've got a few more words to do. You're doing great. Let's start out with the word confide.
It's like you got a real good friend, so you tell them everything. Like they know all your secrets and you know theirs. It's what friends do.
All right, thank you. Acquaintance.
It's like someone that's real old, like ancient. They're real ancient.
Acquaintance.
Oh yeah, it's like a friend, but not really. Like someone you know, but not well, maybe. Maybe someone you just seen for the first time.
All right, thank you. Resume.
Oh yeah, they asked me for that when I went to look for a job. Can I see your resume?
I'll say the word again. Resume.
Yeah, that's it. You need a resume to get a job because it's where you worked before.
All right. Ample.
No idea. Never heard it before.
Never heard ample.
No.
All right. And let's see, our next word is obligation.
It's something you got to do. It's something you have to do. You're made to do it.
All right. Thank you, Barbara. So our results here show that Barbara did get confide right. Acquaintance, I think she thought at first it was ancient or some other word, but when I asked her to tell me more, she was able to give me the acceptable definition of somebody that you just met that you don't know really well. I think she thought the word resume was resume because she was talking about it's places where you've worked, but the word is resume. You've stopped doing something and you start doing it again, so that was incorrect. And she didn't know the word ample, so that one was incorrect. She did get obligation. So what do? Well, she didn't have 4 out of 5 right, and we were looking for the highest list in which she did, so we're going to stop here. And so level 6 was actually on vocabulary, the highest level that we had. So what we will do is we're going to go back to our reading profile, and we're going to go ahead on the vocabulary, and I'm going to mark in grade level equivalent 6, because remember all of these numbers, that's what they mean, grade level equivalent 6. So we've got only one more assessment to do, and that is the comprehension, and then we'll be all done. So join us for the next video.